I kind of don't know who I want to lose here. Can they both lose? Is that possible? So Amarim's still doing his 3 at the back. They say it's 3-4-3. I swear it's more like 5-5-2-3. So they've got Garnacho, Ericsson. They've got Xerxes up front. Scored 1 goal the other day, which is a improvement from 0. Who the hell is Heaven? They got a player called Heaven. So they got Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, Odegaard, Partey, Rice. Does that mean Partey's going to be number 6? Looks like it. Nwaneri, Marino playing number 10, Trossard and Marino playing up front. There is no number 10 by the looks of it. But who knows? Sometimes they get these formations wrong at the start. This show we got Nacho saying no goals and no assists in the last 15 appearances. It's a bit rude, even if it's a fact. I hope Man United win. I shouldn't be saying that in this shirt, but given the circumstances. So Odegaard's going to take the kickoff. So they're going left to right. Passes it right back to the keeper. Keeper does a long ball. Yeah, it seems to be Partey holding and Rice is playing a bit further ahead by the looks of it. Free kick to Arsenal. So Saliba's playing it. That should be Calafiori, but it doesn't look like him. No, it's Gabriel. Saliba to Gabriel. And they're just going to pass it back. Arsenal doing better in the first minute, if that counts for anything. Man United have got 5 at the back. They're literally playing like a 5-4-1. People always say, "Oh, it's 3-4-2-1." It's like, no, it's really not. Is that a corner? I think that's a corner to Arsenal by the looks of it. No, sorry, it's a throw-in. So Timber's taking a throw-in just outside their box. Timber should really cross it there. He should have crossed it. Timber tried to kind of dribble past Delo, and Delo just tackled him. So that wasn't very clever. Yeah, so Rice has got it now, literally in the middle. Arsenal are being patient. They're kind of passing it around, waiting for their opening. Ooh, not bad. Ball over the top. They're just showing Rasmus Højlund's stats. 19 appearances, 0 goals, 0 assists. This formation looks dog shit. It looks awful. They're trying to kind of pass it around the back and they almost conceded. The gaps between the players are too big. That's I think one of the biggest problems. So Delo's playing left back by the looks of it, or left wing back if that's what they want to call it. So Casemiro's got it now in the middle. He does a long ball to the right wing, passes it to Mazraoui, who's kind of passed it back out, and it's back on the halfway line. Back with Lindelof, back to Euro. Euro's running forward, to be fair. Crossed by Delo. Cleared out. This game's gonna be boring as hell. Like I'm already falling asleep. Like two proper defensive teams. Yeah, Euro passes it back to Onana. If Onana can do something silly again, he might make this exciting. Yeah, it's back to Lindelof, Euro, Delo. Ericsson, and it's gone out for a throw-in. Timber's taking the throw-in. So it's a free kick, kind of by the halfway line. Ericsson looks like he's taking it. Yeah. I think they're going to plan like a long ball over the top and then wait for one of the players to head it down, which is what they're doing. The long ball just kind of beat everyone and went for a throw-in, which is unfortunate, I guess. Yeah, 6 minutes so far. Nothing much has happened, but it's still the start. So Arsenal taking a goal kick. The ball just kind of bounces around in the middle. Saliba's got it back, passes it to Partey, passes it back to Saliba, who's probably going to pass it to the keeper, and that's exactly what he's done. Passed it back to Raya, who passes it back to Saliba, who passes it to Odegaard, who's come quite deep. That's quite a good pass by Raya, who passed it forward to Marino. So Marino's running forward now. And now he's going sideways. Rice is on the left wing, which is weird, but... Ooh. Odegaard kind of did a ball over the top to Rice, who then played a through ball, but it went straight to the keeper. Actually, it was Casemiro did a tackle. It was pretty good by the looks of it. Yeah, Euro just tried to play it to Delo on the left, and he just completely missed, and the ball went out for a throw-in. Oh, God. Yeah, so Arsenal are just passing it around the back between their defenders. So Saliba's passed it to Gabriel, who's about on the halfway line. Gabriel passes it back out right to Saliba. And then it just goes back to the keeper. So Raya does a long ball. And it's going to go out. Oh, it was going to go out for a throw-in, but Calafiori kept it in. It's gone to Odegaard now, who's in the middle. They're just passing it around the back, to be honest. Nothing particularly profound at this point. So Arsenal attacking again. Odegaard 1-2 with Rice. Ooh. Marino takes a shot. That was close. Marino took a shot from the edge of the box, and it just went to the right of the post. But it was close. That was pretty good play. That was the best chance so far. Onana just stood there. That's the thing that he does. I've noticed he doesn't seem to actually go for the ball. He just kind of stands there like, ugh. Gonna need to see Man United doing a bit better. Euro's on the floor now. Are they paying Euro like 300 grand a week or something? I'm gonna look that up because that's ridiculous. $150,000 a week by the looks of it, which ain't too bad, but that's still double. It's probably still double what he should probably be on, because Konate's on about 70. I wonder if Amarim is still going to be there at the end of the year, or at the end of the season even. I somehow doubt it. But then if they sacked him, who would they bring in? I hope they bring in Southgate, because that shit would be hilarious. That shit would be too funny. So Man United have got the ball back. They're doing a counter now, which seems to be their kind of way of playing. I think Garnacho's got it on the right. He's dribbling against Calafiori. Passed it to Mazraoui, who I'm pretty sure just handballed it, yeah. Kind of did that with the ball. And that's not something you can get out of. Literally like smacked the ball. So Timber's got it now. Saliba's got it. Raya's got it. Raya's taking a goal kick. But De Ligt kind of wins it. And now De Ligt has the ball. He's playing it back to Lindelof. He's probably going to play it to Onana. Yep. Onana's probably going to play it to... No, he didn't. Onana did a long ball up top, which just gets snuffed out. So Rice is coming deep by the looks of it to collect the ball. Passes it to Timber. Passes it back to Saliba. Passes it to Calafiori. Rice has got it. Rice is playing like more of a number 8 today, because he's ahead of Partey. Odegaard has it. Odegaard passes it wide right. I've noticed even Timber isn't like very wide. He's wide, but he's not like touchline wide. Eriksen's cleared it to Calafiori, who wins it back, and it's gone back to Gabriel, who's just going to pass it back to the keeper, which is what he's done. So Odegaard's got it now. Passing it to Calafiori, to Odegaard again, to Rice, to Odegaard, to Partey. Partey to Rice, who's played it to Timber. To Rice again. I'm just going to call him Ethan, it's easier. To Odegaard. They've lost it. So Man United are countering now. They've got a good opportunity. Fernandes is running forward. A good pass out right to Garnacho. Ooh. He kind of did a half shot, half cross type of thing, but nobody was in the middle to kind of attack it. That was better. That was better, to be fair. Lindelof's got it now to Euro. Passes it to Delo. To Odegaard. Well, not to Odegaard. They won the ball. Ethan's got it. Fernandez tackled, throw in. Throw in roughly on the halfway line, but more inside Man United's half. So Timber took that to Odegaard. To Partey. Partey with the ball over the top, which is falling. Yeah, they've got the ball back again. Calafiori's got it. Nice cross, but it got intercepted. So it's a corner now. It's a corner to Arsenal. They love their corners, so let's see what happens with this. Let's see if they do anything. Is their little set piece coach gonna be there doing this? You know, and the camera's gonna like zoom in right on him. Or have they stopped doing that now? Because that was well annoying. So Rice is taking corner, and it's on the left-hand side of the goal. Crosses it in. Ooh, Anana had to kind of punch it out there. It's gone back out to Trossard, who passes it wide right to Partey. Passes it inside a bit to Timber. It's back out with Partey. Crosses it in. It's been headed out by Euro. Trossard, who does like a ball over the top. Headed out by Delo by the looks of it. It's just gone out for a throw-in. Every time you see Amarim, he's just regretting his life choices. He's just looking at the floor. Anyway, they've taken a throw-in to Odegaard, and it was a good throw-in, but they've lost the ball. I think Garnacho's got it now, so they're countering. Mazraoui's got the ball on the right. He should really cross it in, which he did do, but it got intercepted. Rice has cleared it back out. Yeah, so they're just passing it around the defence. Man United are. Euro almost loses the ball there, but he's passed it back to Onana, who passes it to Delict, who's on the right side of defence. Onana then blasts it out. Pretty good goal kick. It went straight to Xerxes, but he just lost the ball because he's rubbish. Back to Gabriel. To Rice. Arsenal are attacking again. To Partey. Ooh, Odegaard had it at the edge of the box. Took a good shot, long shot along the floor, but Onana saved it. Not a bad shot, but it was just right down the middle. So Partey's won it back. Passing it to Timber, who's passing it to Ethan, who's kind of cut it inside onto his left and did a cross over the top. But the cross beat everyone and has just gone out for a goal kick. Pretty rubbish, if I'm honest. Not great. So Timber gets the ball back. Rice is running forward. He's passing it out wide to Trossard on the left. Trossard looks a bit stuck now. Back to Saliba. So all the Arsenal players are in the United half at the moment. Passing it kind of between themselves. Back out to Timber on the right, who passes it to Ethan on the wide right. That Ethan guy is just doing like a really bad Salah impression. Saliba, who's halfway down the United half at the moment. So they're playing like a super high line, which is fine, but I can see them getting countered. Back to Gabriel, plays it back to Trossard, who's kind of trying to get the better of De Ligt. Passes it inside again to Partey. Timber, Rice, Odegaard is probably going to pass it out wide to Ethan. Nope, he passes it inside to Timber. It's just very defensive. This is very kind of defensive football. And like I understand they want to play possession and all that, but take a risk, man. Take some sort of a risk, and then it just rolls back to Onana, who then picks it up. Can both teams lose? Is that like possible? Is that a thing that can happen? So Lindelof out to De Ligt, who's doing his best Van Dijk impression and doing a long ball over the top. It was a pretty good ball, to be fair. It went straight to De Ligt, passes it inside to Fernandes, who passes it to Xerxes, who passes it back to Fernandes, who passes it to Eriksen on the left wing. Eriksen cuts inside on his right. He does a cross, but it goes all the way out to Garnacho, I think, who's now trying to beat Calafiori. But he's passed it back to De Ligt. Ooh, okay. De Ligt with kind of a nice cross over to the far left post, but Xerxes just kind of didn't jump for it. Yeah, it was a good cross. That was a good cross, to be fair, but he just didn't jump for it. So Timber's taking a free kick now. Sorry, not a free kick, a throw in now. I thought that was a good tackle by Mazraoui, but I think it's given as a foul. So there's a foul just above the halfway line. Stevie G is saying United look terrible. They do. They just look very disjointed. Like in certain spots on the field, they have too many players, and in certain other spots of the field, they just don't have enough players. It's really weird. It's really weird looking formation. Like I know they play the whole 3-4-3, you know, 3-6-1, depending on who you ask, but it just looks weird. Because of those gaps those gaps on the pitch. So Arsenal attacking now. Rice has got it on the edge of the box, passes it out to Partey, who tries a kind of long shot but gets intercepted. Throw in to Arsenal about halfway in United's half. So Timber takes throw in, passes it to Marino, I think, passes it all the way back to Saliba, who's roughly on the halfway line. Saliba passes it to Calafiori, who passes it to Trossard. Trossard with a cross. It's gone. Corner. Trossard looks like he was born in like the 1940s. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the hair. So corner by Rice, but Anana just catches it. Easy. So Anana with a goal kick, which he kicks right into Saliba. Pretty rubbish goal kick. Rice has got it now. Passes it to Partey. Passes it sideways to Odegaard, who passes it back to Partey. He passes it backwards to Saliba, who passes it sideways to Gabriel. Back out right to Saliba, back out right to Odegaard, who's kind of in the right back position. Back to Gabriel again. Like, move the damn ball forward, man. Honestly. Okay, now they're moving it forward. I don't know how people watch this thing every week. Ooh, ball over the top by Partey was pretty good, but it's gone out for a corner. That was a fair clearance. I don't know what Timber's crying about. It's so weird seeing this. Like, it's all like Ajax players playing five at the back. It's strange. Yeah, Calafiori just hits it straight out. Like he tried to do like a through ball kind of thing, but he missed everyone and it just went out for a goal kick. Whew. So Odegaard's got it now, passing it to Rice, who's passing it to Calafiori on the left, back to Trossard, back to Rice, back to Gabriel. Nice through ball to Trossard. Ooh. Through ball by Gabriel to Trossard, who kind of cut inside on his right and smacked it top corner, but he just about missed. Nice shot, to be fair. I don't know if he meant to kind of cut it inside like that, or if it just bounced off his foot. But if he had a bit more curl on that, he could have troubled the keeper. But yeah, goal kick. The ball's just bouncing around in the middle. It's gone back to De Ligt, who passes it back to Onana. Onana's probably going to smack it up the field. He has smacked it up the field to... See, that's the thing. Like, he smacked it up the field to Delo, who then headed it into the middle. But there's nobody there because they're so deep. So, like, what's the point of doing a ball up top if you have nobody up top? Like, I don't understand these tactics. Maybe that's why they're 15th. But it just looks weird, man. But anyway, Ethan's got it on the right. Back to Odegaard. Garnacho's got it. Yeah, United are just kind of passing it backwards. So Fernandes is at least trying to take it forward now. I think he's going to pass it forward to Eriksen. Nice 1-2. Ooh. Fernandes almost played Xerxes through, but the ball got intercepted. But it was a good idea. Arsenal countering now. Trossard has got it, but he's cut inside and he's taking it sideways. So Trossard to Odegaard to Timber, back to Odegaard. Ball over the top. Ooh, ball over the top from Odegaard to Trossard. Kind of stuck his foot out, but just about missed the ball. And then Onana just grabbed it. So out wide left to Delo, who passes it to Eriksen. Back to Euro. Back to Eriksen. Back to Lindelof. De Ligt has looked okay, to be fair. He's been good in the air, and some of his passing has been quite good as well. Ooh, but that was shocking. So Lindelof tried to kind of pass it forward, but he just got intercepted by the Arsenal player. Arsenal are countering now. Odegaard's got the ball just outside the box. He tried to do a long shot, but it hit Eriksen's backside, and has now gone back to Marino. Passes it out wide to Timber, who passes it left to Rice, who then passes it to Odegaard in the number 10 position. Odegaard's now dribbling into the box, but he passes it back out right. Rice has got it. Rice tried to do like a high ball over the top, but Lindelof heads it out. It's gone to Delo on the left wing. And then he just kind of shielded the ball and it's gone out for a throw-in to Delo. So Delo is going to take this throw-in. So Delo to Fernandez to Xerxes. So Partey's got it. Partey passes it out wide to Ethan, who's trying to get past Delo, and he does. Puts a nice cross in, but it gets intercepted. This is a bit better now, so the game's picking up now. The game was god awful for the first half an hour, but it seems to be picking up a bit now. Saliba's got it. Passes it forward to Rice, who's doing his little shimmy. But Ericsson wins it back, and then United just blast the ball up, but like Garnacho is so deep, he's never gonna catch Gabriel from that distance, if you know what I mean. So there's no point doing like a long ball over the top if your striker's like 10 meters behind the defender. He's never gonna catch it. These days, he's never gonna catch it. Back in the day, maybe when there was a bigger speed difference, but these days, it's pointless. But anyway, back out to Ethan on the left. Odegaard back to Saliba, back to Partey. The build-up is very slow. Like the defenders I've noticed are involved a lot. They get a lot of the ball, which isn't necessarily a good thing. But like I swear I've seen Gabriel and Saliba passing it between them more than I've seen the attackers. But anyway, Calafiori's got it, who's another defender. Odegaard, Partey. Back to Saliba. Who's got it now? Timber. Odegaard's at least trying to make something happen. Odegaard's got the ball to Partey with a nice pass forward to Timber. Back to Odegaard. Odegaard tried to hit a high cross, which is kind of bumbled over. It bumbled over to Rice, who did a nice through ball, but Trossard didn't even go for it. I don't know if he was offside, but it was a nice through ball by Rice, and then Trossard just like did nothing. But I don't know if he was offside, if that's what it was. Hello, Asian boy 046. Hope you're good. So Anana's taking a free goal kick now. Again, just intercepted by Timber, but then the ball has bobbled back to De Ligt. And again, it just goes back to Arsenal's defenders every single time. So they're passing it out wide to Timber. Timber's running forward, passes it sideways to Partey, who passes it left to Calafiori. It's tough to stay awake with these two teams, I swear. It's just, they get the ball, they pass it back, and the defenders pass it back and forth, and then they try and attack, they lose the ball, and then the other defenders pass it back. How does anybody watch this? Like, I'm struggling here. Offside. Good Lord. This is highly defensive football that I'm seeing. Which again, I mean, I guess it wins some games if you win kind of 1-0. Look at their bench though. They got Sterling on the bench. They got what's his name, Martinelli on the bench. You might want to see some of those players soon. So Trossard has it, passes it to Rice. Ooh, they're going to counter now. Let's see if I can get excited about this. So Marino has it, and again with a rubbish kind of pass sideways, and then he smacked the United player on the face, and the ball just rolled straight to Onana, who just picks it up like this. So United are attacking now. Like Arsenal have been the better team, but I feel like United are at least trying something a bit different. De Ligt in particular, like I like his long passes. They're pretty good. But anyway, Partey's got it again. And I bet you what's going to happen, he's going to pass it out wide, he's going to pass it out wide again, and then they're going to lose the ball. So Partey's got it, Odegaard's got it, Partey's got it again, Odegaard's got it again. He's doing his little, I don't know where to go. Do I go left or do I go right? This is what this guy does every single game. Dribbles all the way right, and then he's like, oh no, and then dribbles all the way back left, and then loses the ball as he's done. So Trossard tried a kind of karate kick thing, which did not work, and now Xerxes on the floor holding his head. You gotta laugh. So Xerxes went for like a header with I think it was Euro. No, with what's his name, Partey, and they're both on the floor now. So just another stoppage. I'm never convinced these players are that hurt. Like, it didn't look that bad. It must be a tactic to to a certain degree, I think. So Xerxes on the floor, and Euro is spraying some white stuff on his ankles. What is that? Is it like one of those deep heat, deep freeze types of things? He's spraying it on his ankles. I don't know what that is. Sterling's on the bench like this. He's not very happy. So Xerxes walking off the pitch, which is good news for United. And I don't say that ironically. How much did they pay for him? Like 50 million or something? Xerxes transfer fee. Oh, 36.5 million. To be fair, that's not as bad as I envisaged. It's not as bad as I thought. Guy's terrible though. So Onana long ball. Come on, Delo, do something. Arsenal long. This is so painful to watch. Onana does a long ball, which Arsenal's defense kind of snuffs out because it's just a long ball, and then Arsenal's defense does their own long ball, which just goes straight to Anana. So what is the point? But this is where Garnacho was at least okay. Garnacho was at least trying to make something happen. He was dribbling at the defense, and then he got fouled by Trossard. And now there's a free kick to United just outside the box. I never thought that would make me happy, but it is. Yeah, Trossard took him out just before he was going to shoot. So I think that was a fair booking, shall we say? So yeah, free kick to United. It's kind of in the middle. It's about 15 yards out, 20 yards out, roughly in the middle. So Garnacho, Delo, and Fernandez are kind of standing over it. Delo's walked back. It's probably a good one for Fernandez. Okay, now only Fernandez is standing over it now. So let's see what happens. I want them to score, obviously, given the shirt I'm wearing here. Even though I feel a bit disgusting saying that, but never mind. But I hope he goes for a shot, because God knows this game needs something to happen, which is vaguely exciting. Don't do a little crossover and you want someone to head it in, because that is nothing ever happens with that. It's like, bro, just take a shot. But anyway, Fernandez is on the ball. Raya's left the whole side of the goal open. Exactly what I fucking said. Exactly what I said. Raya had left the entire side of the goal open, so Fernandez took a shot and kicked it into that exact spot. I should do the lottery numbers today. Like if the goal is this wide, I don't know if you can see this. So the goal is this wide. I don't know if it's coming up. And then Raya is just standing over here. And it's like this whole 3/4 of the goal is wide open, and Fernandez just kicked it into there. That is terrible goalkeeping. I very rarely see things happen. I'm not particularly clever or smart with any of this. But even I could see that there. He's left the entire goal open. What do you think? What do you think is gonna happen, bro? You know what I mean? But good goal. I'm happy with that. It's just gone out for a throw in. That was hilarious. Yeah, just gone out for an Arsenal throw-in now. So Man United have had 32% possession versus Arsenal 68%, but they've got the goal, so it's kind of all that matters. So Ethan's got it on the right wing. Delo, good tackle by Delo, or interception, you could say. He's just gone out for a throw-in now. Sorry, not a throw-in, a corner. A corner by the looks of it. So Odegaard's taking the corner with his left foot. It looks like it's going to be an in-swinger. Yep. Kind of missed everyone. Mazraoui's kind of cleaning up. It's gone back to Fernandez now, who whacks it up. That was poor. So Fernandez did a good kind of clearance, / through ball. Man United were countering, and the referee just blew the whistle. And I swear they hadn't done all of injury time yet, so that was strange. I don't know why the ref kind of blew the whistle there. He should have at least let that counter play out, I think. But yeah, half time. Ooh, what I'm gonna do for 15 minutes. Yeah. Interesting half, I think. Arsenal definitely had more of the ball, but they just felt a bit too defensive. Like the ball repeatedly kept going back to Gabriel and Saliba, who just pass it back. Saliba passes it to Gabriel. Gabriel passes it back to Saliba. Passes it back to Gabriel. And then they'd pass it out left to kind of Calafiori. Or they'd pass it out wide to Timber on the right. And then they'd kind of try and move it forward. But then their attack was always a bit flimsy, I'd say. They never really looked threatening. Odegaard had a good shot from outside the box, which kind of went wide. But yeah, this kind of lame. Their attack just kind of looked lame. Man United were trying to counter, and I think they did an okay job. But the free kick was very good. Even though Raya left the entire goal open, and even though there was a wall in the way, I think you still need a decent amount of skill to get the ball over the wall, and then to curve it enough that it goes out wide and then it comes all the way back in. So it was a good hit by Fernandes. Yeah, I wonder what the score is going to be at the end. I don't think it's going to stay 1-0. Swiss Marco is saying this will be 2-0 United. Probably right, to be fair. Probably right. I don't see Arsenal scoring. I think they've got the better players, and they do look a more refined team, but up front they just seem a bit toothless. But yeah, you might be right. 2-0 United, maybe 2-1. I always feel like whenever somebody predicts 2-1, it's a bit on the fence in some ways. It's because you're like, oh yeah, they'll win, but the other team will get a goal, and it's just like, yeah. But yeah, I'll probably go with yeah, I think 2-0. 2-0 probably. But now saying that, I can see it's either going to be 2-0 or 2-2. I don't think it's going to be 2-1. But yeah, let's see. It feels weird. It feels weird supporting United. Can't lie. Hopefully I won't make a habit of this. So they've got Roy Keane, Paul Merson and Jamie Redknapp doing their little, giving their expert opinion. I say that ironically. Yeah, they're just showing the free kick again. Good free kick. But again, like, you have to hold the keeper accountable to a certain degree, because he was so far. He was like so far out towards the right. Like in some ways, he kind of gave Fernandes like an open goal. Yeah, that's what I'd say. It was an open goal to a certain degree. It's kind of funny. This showing the free kick over and over and over again, because that was the only thing that's happened for the entire game. I just realised I was trying to lip read what Paul Merson was saying, and then I thought to myself, why am I trying to lip read Paul Merson? It's kind of pointless. He's going to be chatting rubbish because it's Paul Merson. They're doing that. He keeps doing that. So he's probably saying the same thing I was. So probably not completely chatting rubbish, just partially chatting rubbish. Yeah, 2-0 United probably. They've just gone back to adverts now. So if it stays like this, from what I can see, Arsenal will be second with 54 points. Liverpool will be first with 70 points. It's pretty crazy. But Arsenal will have played one less game, to be fair. But even then, they'd be 13 points ahead if they were to win that. I don't think this result 1-0 is going to stay as it is. But just going based on how it is right now, they're 16 points behind. United would be up to 13th, which is pretty good for them. It's crazy. Southampton have got 9 points, man. Like they ain't even got double digits. They've got 9. They're still in single digits, and it's like mid-March. Pretty crazy. Southampton have won 2, they've drawn 3, and they've lost 23. That is wild. But yeah, what's the max points Liverpool can get? So Liverpool can get 97 max, which would be poetic if they were able to get 97. I wonder if they'll make any subs. If they'll make any subs at half time. But let's see what everyone else is saying. I want to see what everyone else is saying about the goal. People are saying absolutely terrible ball and keeper positioning. Blimey. Raya's positioning was terrible. Yeah, it's pretty much everyone saying the same thing. Raya was far too wide to his right hand side. Yep. Raya, what are you doing, mate? People are saying United would be fighting relegation without Fernandes. Maybe they're right. Somebody else said the wall was so far back, that's how I knew they were going to score. That's a fair point as well. I didn't think of that. But the wall was pretty far back. Raya's positioning was very questionable. That's on Raya. Yeah, everyone's just hating on Raya by the looks of it. Somebody else has said, someone should tell these two sides that you are allowed to play in the penalty area. So they're saying similar things to what I was saying in terms of it's just the defence playing it back and forth. Other people are saying Arsenal can definitely put a few in the next 45 minutes. Possible. Yeah, loads of people still criticizing Raya, saying that he gave the attacker 75% of the goal to aim at, which is the same thing I was saying when I said he's given him 3/4 to aim at. They can turn it around, though. I think they can turn it around. I want to see what Arsenal fans are saying about it. So we've heard from neutrals, we've heard from Liverpool fans. I'm just trying to see what Arsenal fans are saying about it, because that's always funny. So Heaven is coming on. think he's a United player. Pretty cool name, to be fair. So Arsenal fans are saying Trossard has been having a shocker. He's playing absolutely rubbish. He's not a star. He's a bench player. Another Arsenal fan is saying, I'll work from home tomorrow if we lose, since 8 out of 10 in the office are United fans, and I'll get bantered the whole day. Fair enough. Another person says the only reason that goal is possible is because Anthony Taylor put the ball so far back. Yes, but then I think Raya has some responsibility for leaving his goal like so gaping on the left hand side. But anyway, second half has started again. Not started again. The game has started again, and the second half has started. So Heaven has come on for Euro, possibly by the looks of it. Yeah, I don't know why Euro went off. He didn't seem to be playing all that bad. But Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Odegaard, Partey, Rice. I don't think Arsenal have made any changes. Same 4-3-3. If you can call it that. So Arsenal attacking from right to left now. Trossard tried a few skills and then he ended up losing the ball, which has been the story of his game. Garnacho's got it. Nice 1-2 to Mazraoui. Ooh. Garnacho did a nice little cross along the floor, which just needed somebody to kind of tap it in. But I think it was Gabriel who cleared it out. Or it might have been Timber. No, it was Timber who cleared it out. So throw in to United. Mazraoui to Delict. Passes it to Mazraoui. Mazraoui's looked alright, to be fair. He's got the ball again now. He was kind of dribbling into the box and just lost out. Garnacho's got it now. Another cross along the floor, but this time Raya comes out to claim it. Yeah, good start. But anyway, Partey's got the ball now. Partey passes it sideways because that's all this team seems to do. It's now gone out wide right, which is probably Ethan, even though I can't make it out on my screen there. So Timber's got it. Timber's passing it to Partey. Partey turns around. Don't you dare pass it backwards, bro. Okay, he's passed it sideways instead. I think that's Trossard. Or it might be Odegaard. Again, Odegaard gets the ball, right? And then there's like so many players around him. Then he just starts fidgeting and he tries doing these little skills. And then he gets tackled. That's the story of this game for Arsenal. They pass it around the back, no problem. They pass it out wide, no problem. And then eventually the ball goes to Odegaard. But when the ball goes to Odegaard, because Odegaard's like more advanced than the other players, he suddenly got like 3 United players on him. And then he tries a little jinky skills to get the ball out from under his feet. But every time Odegaard just gets clattered. And not as a foul either. Like he gets clattered and he gets the ball taken off him. But that's their tactic by the looks of it. Their tactic is just to kind of pass it around the back and then pass it to Odegaard and hope Odegaard does something. But whenever Odegaard gets the ball, he's got multiple players on him, and then those multiple players easily tackle him because he's just there by himself. So I don't know if their approach is working, but they're passing it out wide now. Probably to Ethan, who cuts on his right, passes it back to Partey, passes it back to Timber, who passes it back to Partey. who passes it back to Odegaard, who's on the right. Odegaard does a... Ooh, okay. So Odegaard did a lofted cross to the back post. I think he was aiming for Trossard, but Mazraoui kind of headed Odegaard's cross out for a corner. Short corner, pass it. Ooh, okay. So short corner went to Odegaard just outside the box, and then Odegaard kind of smacked it with his left foot, and it just went over. But it was a good attempt, really good attempt. Short corner, kind of out to the number 10. Onana saved it actually. Onana got fingertips to that shot, so now it's another corner, but this time from the left hand side. So it's probably going to be another in-swinger. Ooh, okay. So Odegaard kind of did a lofted cross to Rice, who was on the edge of the box, and then Rice tried to kind of volley it, but the volley went wide. You know that goal back in the day where Beckham used to cross it to Scholes on the edge of the box, and then Scholes used to whack it. That's what they tried to do, but it didn't quite come off for them. But good attempt. At least they're trying. At least they're trying something different from passing it around the back. So Timber's got it now. Odegaard's got it. Forward to Timber. Arsenal might have a countering opportunity. Pass it out right to Ethan. Yeah. Ethan crossed it. Lindelof cleared it. Now it's another corner. Arsenal have come out with a bit more energy, which is something. So Odegaard taking yet another corner. I knew nothing was going to happen, so it's been cleared. Xerxes got it. Ooh, okay. So Xerxes beat quite a few players, but it's been stopped for some reason. they're just showing Fernandez's goal again. It's like, we get it, it's a good goal, but like, if nothing, it's just proof that nothing's happening because they're just showing the same goal over and over again. Like, we literally had half time where you showed the goal 1,000 times, and now we're in the second half. But Man United are countering. Oh, really should have scored. We couldn't see what was happening because they were replaying the damn goal again. But Man United were countering, and okay, they're going to show it now. So Xerxes got the ball on the halfway line, and he's done a through ball to Delo, who then lofted it over to Mazraoui, who was free in the middle, but Calafiori was closing him down, and he saved it from going in. And Raya made a good save as well, but that really should have been 2-0 there. So it's a corner to United now. Nothing came of it. Arsenal are going to try and counter, but they can't counter. It's been intercepted, and United have got the ball back, and they just pass it back to Onana, who's going to mess it up. He almost messed it up, but Onana's passed it out wide to Mazraoui. Passes it to Garnacho, passes it to Mazraoui. Fernandez Eriksson with a nice through ball, but just a bit too much power on it, and Raya picks it up. Arsenal got the ball now. Rice has got it around the halfway line. Rice is trying to take on the whole team. It's like, why are you doing that, bro? Like, you're not Ronaldinho. Rice was trying to dribble past the whole team and he just lost the ball. But Calafiori gets it back and it goes out for a throw-in. This is the weirdest match I've seen in a while. It's just odd. Like, the tactics are odd. And what the players are doing also feels a bit odd. It's very strange. So what's his face? Timber's got the ball now. Passes it out wide to Ethan. Cuts inside, passes it to Timber. Timber's probably going to pass it out wide again to Odegaard. Yes. Odegaard's trying to take on his defender, but he passes it backwards. Arsenal loft a cross in. Yeah, Arsenal are just like passing it around because they can't find an opening. I think they're looking for the perfect opening, and then when it doesn't come, they just pass it back and then loop it all the way back around. So they're currently on the edge of the box looking for the perfect opening, and then they pass it backwards again. And then Odegaard loops across in. That's their tactic by the looks of it. Like, bring the ball forward, take it as forward as you can, and then cut back and then get Odegaard to put a cross in, which United just eat up. So Raya's on the halfway line now, trying to maintain a high line. Rice has got it. Trossard's got it. Now Trossard is doing. They're just doing like crosses into the box from deep, and I don't know if this is going to work because United have got 5 at the back. So like, what are your crosses going to do? I mean, I appreciate they're trying something different, but I don't know if this is the one. You know what I mean? I don't know if this is the answer. Casemiro just tackled Garnacho and made him go down. So he's attacked his own player, which is an achievement. But Arsenal have got subs coming on. So Calafiori's going off. And Ethan's going off. And Martinelli's coming on. Is that Lewis Skelly? Number 49. It is. Yes. So Lewis Skelly on for Calafiori. Martinelli on for Ethan. Good changes, to be fair. Calafiori was doing okay, but Ethan was doing awful. If Martinelli's coming on, he's more of a left winger, isn't he? So perhaps Trossard will go on the right, but we'll see. Mazraoui won the ball again. He's been playing very well. Passes it out wide to Garnacho, who does his little... Ooh! So Garnacho did his little cross along the floor, and then Xerxes kind of back-heeled it, kind of side-heeled it, and it was saved, but it was a good idea. Like, Xerxes almost like back-heeled it into the goal. That would have been a good goal, like Firmino style, like he did a few years back. Like, United have had the more interesting looking opportunities, and they've been more creative. Arsenal have just been doing the same rubbish over and over again, but United are at least trying to do something a bit creative and a bit fancy. Yeah, corner to Arsenal. De Ligt has played quite good as well, to be fair. Two of the players they bought from Ajax, De Ligt and what's his name, Mazraoui, I think they've played quite well. Garnacho's looked threatening whenever he's had the ball, so he's done decently as well. Corner, Onana punches it out. It's gone back out wide to... It went back out wide to Odegaard, but Mazraoui's on the floor pretending he's been shot, so they've stopped the play. They're going to show what happened to Mazraoui here. No, that's Mazraoui's fault. Mazraoui went diving in for a tackle and missed the ball. And now Mazraoui's rolling around on the floor. It's like, mate, that was your fault. I know football players are not the most honest, but that was clearly on you. But I think he was just trying to stop the counter, so fair play. Goal kick. It's going to bounce to Xerxes. That is horrendous. That is so bad. Like, it bounced to Xerxes like about 2 meters away from the line, and then Xerxes' first touch, he just kicks it out for a goal kick. I mean, there's awful first touches, and then there's that. Like, you don't know what to say. You see that and you don't know what to say. So gone out to Trossard now, who passes it to Martinelli. Martinelli is on the right. I thought it'd be on the left, but never mind. To Timber, to Partey. Again, they're going to pass it out wide and do a lofted cross, aren't they? It's gone out wide, it's lofted cross. They tried to do their lofted cross, but it hit someone's backside and they lost the ball. But they've got the ball back now. Saliba, who's going to pass it to Gabriel, who's going to pass it to what's his face on the left. Who is that? Oh, it's that Lewis Skelly guy. To Rice. Another lofted cross, which again gets cleared by De Ligt. He might be the man of the match at this point. And Garnacho kind of draws the foul. Is that what they call it? Is that the official thing we say? He drew the foul. Arteta's screaming on the touchline because that's all he seems to do most of the time. Long goal kick, and I think it's gone out for a United throw-in. Yeah. I love whenever they take throw-ins, they always take it like way far down from where the ball went out. So I think Mazraoui's going to try and use this as an assist because he's that close to the goal. But no, he passes it backwards to De Ligt. And I think that was a foul throw or something because now the ref stopped the play and he just handed it straight back to Arsenal. So Raya's got the ball and then he passes it to Saliba. Saliba's got the ball. Another lofted ball over the top by the centre-backs. It's gone to Rice. Rice was kind of shielding the ball there. but it's gone out. It's gone out for a corner. Taken short, it's gone to Trossard at the edge of the ball. Went to Trossard at the edge of the box. He took a low shot along the floor, but it kind of went wide. So it's a goal kick, but it was a good idea. Good idea. It's a long goal kick. So Anana takes a goal kick and he just hits it out. He just hits it straight out. So Rice takes it. It's gone out for an Arsenal throw-in. So Odegaard's taking it now. Passes it backwards. Story of the game, man. Passing it backwards. It's gone out to Lewis Skelly on the left, who's gonna pass it even further left to Trossard on the left wing. Nice attempt. So Trossard tried to diagonally pass it to Martinelli on the right wing. So he did a long ball over the top, but it just went out for a throw in. It's not clicking. It's not clicking for Arsenal, if I'm honest. It's really not clicking for him. I mean, it's all well and good scoring 7 goals against PSV or whatever, but when you come back and you do this, people are gonna moan. So Lewis Skelly's got it now on the halfway line. He's going to try something. Passes it to Rice. Passes it back to Lewis Skelly. Passes it back to Rice. Rice is at least trying to take it forward. Gone out wide to Trossard, and then it's gone to Gabriel. It's gone to Partey. It's gone to Lewis Skelly, who's in the number 10 position, and then he gets fouled, I think. Good run by Lewis Skelly. He was at least being positive, trying to take the ball forward, and then De Ligt kind of fouled him. So I think the free kick Arsenal have got now, it's even closer. It's even closer to the goal than the one that Man United had. It might be a bit too central, but let's see what happens. We have to see what the keeper's positioning is. It's pretty much bang on. It's pretty much bang on the middle of that outer semicircle that's on the box, if that makes sense. So it's just on the edge of the box. I might need to put the light on, man. Ooh. That's kind of a bit better. I think there's 2 lights in here. There is 2 lights. But anyway, Odegaard free kick, ain't nothing gonna happen. I told ya. Hit the wall. Clearance by Xerxes. Yeah, Anana's positioning was a lot better. I think he kicked it into Casemiro, who was in the wall there. And then Casemiro just headed it out. They're just showing Sterling on the bench, just not looking very happy. It seems like every 10 minutes they just show Sterling for some reason. I think, what's his name, the Scottish guy, Kieran Tierney, he looks like he might be coming on. Free kick by Rice. Ooh. Arsenal are crying about a handball. Gonna have to see it again to determine if it was a handball or not. Odegaard again, he tries and then he can't get past the first guy, and then he ends up just dribbling backwards and then passing it back. Like, he tries going forward and then he hits a wall and then he just ends up going backwards. So he's passed it back, and now Lewis Skelly has got the ball. But that was a nice through ball there. But it's been intercepted. Eriksen's got it now. Eriksen just boots it up the field, I think, just to clear it, and then it's gone straight back to Raya. Oh, good goal, good goal, good goal. So I think it was Lewis Skelly who was on the right wing, and then he cut it back to Rice. So Rice was just on the edge of the box, and then Rice smacked it top corner, kind of curled it in to the top right hand corner. Good goal, to be fair. Yeah, Lewis Skelly kind of cut it back. Nobody was really on Rice, and then he smacked it in the corner. Really good shot, to be fair. Even though he was open, it's not easy to do that. You don't see that very often. Casemiro perhaps could have been a bit closer to him. So I guess it's not going to be 2-0. Could be 2-1. If Man United mess this up though, like people are not going to be happy. They're just showing the goal again. Oh wow, was that Heaven? So Heaven kind of headed the ball. He kind of headed the ball like this, and when he headed the ball, it smacked his hand. I think that's the handball that they were complaining about. So Man United have got Anthony Gordon coming on, which obviously isn't Anthony Gordon. Who's this guy? And I never recognise this guy. Collier or something? Just looking at the back of his shirt. Yeah, Collier. So Collier's on for Ericsson and Hoyland's on for Xerxes. It's Man United free kick, which was not bad, but it's been headed out. Garnacho's got the ball at the edge of the box. Ooh, and it was a header possibly by De Ligt, but he headed it straight into Raya's hands. But it was good attempt. Heaven has got the ball now. Heaven is a place on earth, judging by what I'm seeing. Fernandez loops it over to Hoyland. He's kind of on the left wing, but I think he's out of position. Just passing it to Delo now. Rice has got the ball. I think a draw is probably a fair result if it stays like this. If I'm honest with you. Odegaard though with a nice ball over the top. Yeah, like Man United have got like 7 players in the box, but they're all too close to each other. It's weird. Like it just looks a bit strange. I find it a bit peculiar. Again, it's like, how many times can you say Saliba is passing it to Gabriel, is passing it to Saliba, is passing it to Gabriel? It's mind-numbing, man. Like, I get that it works to a certain degree because they are second, but even then. So Saliba's passing it out wide to Tierney now. And again, it's gone back to Gabriel, who passes it to Saliba. To Rice, who passes it back to Saliba, who passes it. Like, I'm not even taking the mick. This is what keeps on happening. Saliba to Gabriel to Rice. Rice is at least moving it forward to Trossard, I think. Don't pass it back. Don't you dare pass it back. He's passed it back. Passed it back to Saliba. Odegaard's got it now. Sorry, not Odegaard. I think that's Lewis Skelly. Rice has got it. Rice tried a through ball, but nobody was in the box, so Onana just picked it up. What's the point of doing a through ball when you've got no strikers? Makes no sense, man. Makes no sense. Nice ball over the top though by Marino. Oh, so Marino did a really nice ball over the top to Martinelli, who then smacked it, but Onana kind of saved it at his near post. But that was better. So Heaven and Lindelof. I wanted to say Heaven and Lindelof were playing him onside, but it might have just been off. But good save by Onana. Martinelli probably should have gone to far post instead of near post, but it's done now, so what can we do? Lewis Skelly's just on the floor for some reason. He's on the floor because Collier might have because Højlund had his hands around his neck. That's a pretty good reason to be on the floor, I guess. I think that was Lindelof. He just took a free kick and he just missed everyone. But United have got the ball again. De Ligt, who's on the right wing. They kind of play the ball over the top. I think it was Casemiro who did it to De Ligt, who was running down the right wing. But then De Ligt didn't know what to do because he's a central defender. So he tried to head the ball from the right wing and it's just gone out. Kind of pointless if you ask me. But yeah, goal kick now. Goal kick to Arsenal. They're going to play it short. Yeah, so they've played it short, I think, to Saliba. Saliba's passed it to Gabriel. God knows I've said that 1,000 times today. Marino's come... Marino lost the ball! And then Højlund lost the ball. Like they were doing their little kind of pass out the back thing, and I think it was Casemiro who just intercepted the ball to Marino, and then it fell to Højlund, who had like an easy shot, but I think Saliba got a last ditch tackle. I need to see that again because that happened so quickly. Yeah, so Gabriel passed it to Marino, Casemiro intercepted him. Højlund's a complete idiot, because instead of smacking that first time, he decided to take a touch, and that touch gave Declan Rice the opportunity to get in there with like an amazing tackle from behind. But Højlund should have just smacked it as soon as it appeared. That's why he's got 0 goals and 0 assists in 19 games. Utter rubbish. So Heaven's got the ball and Heaven's fallen over in the right wing position. And I think that's a free kick now. I think it's a United free kick. Yeah, but it's not in the right wing position. It's in their left back position, if that makes sense. So Anana's going to take it. Long ball up top. Hoyland's running around, but it's like, bro, we know you're going to do nothing. So what's the point? So Raya's passed it short again. To Mazraoui, who's passed it out. Collier again. Hoyland should have tapped it in again. Like Hoyland's getting all the easy chances, but he's messing it up. So Mazraoui wins the ball. Mazraoui passes it out wide. That Collier guy did a good cross, but it was a last ditch tackle. No, it wasn't a last ditch tackle. Hoyland just kind of fell over. Corner's gone straight to Raya's hands, and Raya kind of fell over. But Garnacho's got it again. Garnacho's at least been trying. You got to give him that. Heaven tried to kind of kick the ball when it was in the air, and it kind of smacked his hand as he kicked it in the air. So now it's a Arsenal free kick, and it's gone to Marino. So Marino's got the ball. They're about halfway in their own half, or in United's half, I should say. Saliba's got it, passing it back to Rice. Rice passes it to Timber, who's going to pass it out wide. Now, pass it out wide to Martinelli, but he kind of messed it up. So what can you say? What can you say? Arteta's looking really red. Like this shirt kind of level red. Onana's taking a free kick. Passing it to Garnacho. Heaven makes the tackle. Now it's Arsenal throw-in roughly around the halfway line, we can say. Fernandes is on the floor. I bet you he's not actually injured, but who knows? He's up now. I think the ref told him to get up. But anyway, Tierney's got it on the left wing. He passes it back to Gabriel, who passes it to Rice, who I bet he's going to pass it. Nope, he passed it forward actually. Passed it forward to Odegaard. Odegaard's going to probably pass it. Nope, Odegaard's still running past Collier. Odegaard's at the top right hand of the screen, but Collier wins the ball back. That Collier guy, these young guys, played alright. Played pretty good actually. Man United is like youngsters. They look better than these players that they pay like 60, 70 million for. But anyway, Garnacho's got it. He needs to pass it, but he went for a shot and he's hit it over. He really should have kind of passed it to Collier, I think, who was kind of bombing down the left-hand side. But he decided to cut inside on his left and kind of smack it. And then he hit it over the bar, which is unfortunate. 4 minutes left. If this ends up a draw, I think that's a fair result. It's probably a fair result. It's gone to Gabriel. Passes it to Tierney in the left back position. Tierney's moving forward, to be fair. Passes it to Miles Skelly. Cuts it. Ooh. Oh my God, what happened there? What on earth happened there? Odegaard kind of took a shot from outside the box. And then Onana saved it, and Onana was on the floor. And then Martinelli had a tap in, I think. No, he was offside, to be fair. He was offside. But Martinelli had a tap in. And he just smacked it over. But I think he was offside. Good for him he was offside, because people would not be happy if he missed that. Casemiro to Delot on the left wing. Delot tries to cross it, but like he hits it out for a goal kick. Like he's not even left-footed, and he took that on his left, and he just completely missed everything. It's a long goal kick by Arsenal. There might be another goal in this, even though there's only 2 minutes left. So Garnacho's dribbling. Pass it to Mazraoui. Fernandez. Ooh. Fernandez just kind of smacked it from point blank range. He really should have scored that. But he didn't hit it cleanly. And I think the ball kind of bounced on the line, and Raya just kind of dived back and smacked it out. But Fernandez had like a cutback, clear 1-on-1, and he still missed. Like the ball kind of bubbled, and then Raya just kind of smacked it out. Kind of funny. Yeah, this is probably going to be the last kick of the game. They're replaying that bit now. So Mazraoui kind of cut it back, and Fernandez smacked it at Raya, who kind of saved it with his body, and then the ball was still kind of bouncing backwards into the net, and then Raya jumped backwards and saved it. So we're past injury time now. So we're past the 94 minutes. So this is probably like the last kick of the game. Martinelli crosses it in. Collier misses the ball. Trossard swerves and tries to hit it. Full time. 1-1. 1-1. I think that's a fair result. Both teams didn't look great. Both kind of had a few chances, so probably a fair result. I don't know why Man United players are hugging like they just done something extraordinary, because they drew at home, but I'll take it. Good enough for me. Good enough for me.